Hello, Don Westfall here, Director of Athletics at Bethany Lutheran College. We are back for another installment of the Bethany Sports Beat. We're going to talk men's soccer right now, and that means Rob Pipal is in the chair with me. And Coach Pipal, you've had an opportunity to have a practice or a couple with the guys already. Bringing guys in, on paper at least, looks like it's kind of a younger team this year, and especially a season that you came off, first ever postseason win in the program's history at the four-year level, so you had some success in there. But there is a little bit of change as far as turnover, as far as the roster goes.
Yeah, we got 13 new freshmen, and when you bring in 13 freshmen, they're young. I think there's some great talent in the group, and it's going to be kind of a rebuild. After having 8 seniors last year, you know, all that discipline they had and knowing the system and everything like that. This year with all learning it all over again, it's going to be there'll be some stumbling and this and that, but the talent I have is pretty good. So I think we'll hang in there.
Are you able to channel any of the momentum you had at the end of the season by getting to the conference tournament, winning that first conference game, or is it just it's another season and with the turnover you had in the roster, it's almost impossible to take any of that momentum and bring it into this season?
Yeah, I don't think so, just because 13 of them don't have any input into what we did last year, and really, quite honestly, other than a few of them didn't play a lot, you know, in the last quarter of the season. So really the team is like a brand new team, brand new focus, brand new culture, brand new everything. So, but the goal same as we talked last night is the getting into the playoffs, being in the playoffs you must. It's a requirement.
All right. Well, I like that thinking all the way along. There's definitely, but again, the challenge is there. And I would imagine from the standpoint was so much. I mean, you got guys who until a day and a half ago didn't even know it existed, and yet you only have about 2 weeks before you get to go on the road. Is that good? The standpoint, the question, being on the road, getting away from school, getting a chance for guys to know one another, even off the field a little bit more by getting on those trips and you're going out. Out east this year, a little bit near the Milwaukee area and stuff like that. Yeah. I would imagine there is some definite benefit just for the guys getting to know each other a little bit.
Oh, I think that's awesome. I know that when you go on trips are so good for bonding and learning, and the time they spend in the hotels, on the bus and everything like that, it's a time to really get to know each other and to bond a little bit better, to support each other, to be out there with each other. And I think that this year already we're seeing that we have all these groups that are having fun together. They're going bowling tomorrow night, and that's what you need. You need to grow as a group that they support each other. So I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Is that even at this point of the season more important than getting on the field and getting through the drills, just so that guys get to know that level of trust that they would have with one another? Is that almost as critical, if not more so, than the work that goes on the field?
Well, I think that anytime in sports, I don't care, especially on a team game, I think you have to trust each other. And that trust has to be built either off the field and on the field. But if you can start off the field, and that's just going to help on the field too. So they kind of work together.
You haven't had a lot of practice time with the group, but as far as what you've seen up to this point, what do you anticipate are going to be kind of the trademarks of this team? Is it going to be more defensive minded? Is it going to be more that's going to be able to score some goals, or is it too early to tell that at this point?
Yeah, I think it's too early to tell. We will be very defensive. I think a young team, we have to play defensive, because in soccer especially, you score 3. You have the other team score 3 goals right away at the beginning. You're in the hole, and it's not that easy to score 3 goals. So we've got to play great defense and do hard counters. And I think we have some good guys that are going to play well. They know the game, and so it's just a matter of, you got to remember, they don't know the system. They never played it. So it's going to take a little time. I don't know if 2 weeks. We'll find out if 2 weeks is enough.
Must be nice at least to have some guy back in goal you can count on.
Oh yeah, well, Matt Bitter is a fantastic goalie. He's amazing, and we have 3 goalies other than him coming in, so there's going to be good competition. But when you have a great keep in the back, that's always makes it big, because I think you build your defense from the back forward, and you put your best players back. I told the guys that the best players are going to sit in the back, and then we're going to build it forward. And because we got to control that tempo, we got to control the scoring, and then as we learn and grow as a team, we'll get out there. Because Sammy Duran's a great forward, he's going to do some stuff, and Kenny Johnson, who came back, he's going to be a good player out there for us. So we got some good pieces that are going to do some great stuff.
Conference race, I would imagine it kind of starts the discussion with Scholastic and everyone looking at them in terms of the Northwesterns, the Superiors, the Morrises.
Yeah. Well, they have seasoned veterans all the time every year. With me graduating so many guys last year, we're going to be young. Our goal is to try to compete with the upper level, but we've got to beat the bottom half. to make the playoffs. And it's been our goal every year. And I think if we can beat the MLCs, the Crowns, the North Centrals, and the Northlands, you do that every year, you're going to be in the playoffs and have opportunities. And so, obviously you want to compete in the upper half, but when we our youth and stuff like that, it's more about we're just going to be better than the bottom half.
All right, that's Rob Pipal, and again, we encourage you to keep coming back to plcvikings.com to keep track of the progress of this year's men's soccer team here at Bethany. Rob Pipal and Don Westfall on the Bethany Sports Beat.